I've done a bit of mucking around with this model to illustrate some more features of Minsky. So one little thing I've done here is I've made all the parameters, this shark growth rate, shark death rate, fish birth rate, fish death rate, into sliders. That's just this one by choosing right click and making a slider here, and then editing the values so that this one starts with the value of 2, can have a maximum of 10, a minimum of 0.1, and the step size is 0.1. That means you can modify the parameters as you run the simulation and see what happens. I'm also using the markers here, the slightly angled ones, to set a maximum value for that plot using a constant of 25,000, a minimum value for both x and y of 0 using another constant there, and then a maximum of 500 for the number of sharks. So if I now simulate this one, then I get those variations, and I can actually, if I highlight put the mouse cursor over one of those variables, I can now press the sideways left or right arrow keys and vary those amounts. As you can see, the impact on the simulation by pressing one step, and I can make bigger steps by holding down the control key and pressing the right, because that's much larger changes in the scale of the model. So stop that, go back to the beginning again, simulate once more. Same for the shark growth rate, so click there and I change the shark growth rate. And I can also do it by clicking in using the mouse here, but I find it's actually easier to make use of the keyboard, particularly when you've got little gaps like that to work on. Now I'll go over to talking about the real reason we wrote the whole program, which is building models of the financial sector using godly tables.